This is the War Brief Daily for May 23rd, covering the Iran and wider Middle East theater, day 85 of the 2026 Iran war. Today, we are tracking 4 confirmed developments. First, the diplomatic countdown is now measured in hours, not days. Second, Iran's Hormuz permission regime is fully operational, and the numbers are staggering. Third, the Lebanon front intensified with IDF strikes killing more than 20, and a drone of unknown origin was intercepted 30 kilometers from Amman. Fourth, the UAE has formally attributed the Barakah nuclear plant strike to Iran-aligned Iraqi militias. Let's get into it. First, the diplomatic countdown. Confirmed. President Trump said on May 22nd that the United States and Iran are, in his words, right on the borderline between a deal and a resumed war. He is giving diplomacy a few days. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller sharpened that warning, threatening military consequences, the likes of which has not been seen in modern history. Iran's President Pezeshkian said all paths remain open, but stated directly that surrender under pressure is nothing but an illusion. The IRGC separately threatened to expand the conflict far beyond the region if strikes resume. IDF Army Chief General Zamir confirmed Israeli forces are at their highest level of alert. A notable wildcard. Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir arrived in Tehran, a nuclear-armed state physically mediating in the Iranian capital. This is not symbolic. This is a back-channel power play. What this means? Both sides are simultaneously talking and threatening. This is a timed standoff, not a de-escalation. Second, the Hormuz permission regime confirmed. Iran's Persian Gulf Strait Authority, formalized May 21st, remained fully operational in this cycle. The IRGC Navy confirmed 26 vessels transited the strait, only those with Iranian clearance. Before this war, 130 to 160 ships transited Hormuz every single day. Today, it is 26. Iran is now functioning as a toll authority over a choke point that carries roughly 20% of global daily oil flow. Any vessel refusing IRGC clearance risks interception. That risk is real. Third, Lebanon and Jordan. Confirmed. Israeli strikes in southern Lebanon killed more than 20, per the Lebanese Health Ministry. Hezbollah reported 24 separate attacks against Israeli forces, rockets, artillery, drones, and small arms, and repelled an IDF infantry unit backed by Merkava tanks near Hadatha in a confirmed ground engagement. Separately, Jordan's military shot down a drone of unknown origin over Jerash Governorate, 30 kilometers from Amman. No casualties, attribution unknown. A drone in Jordanian airspace near the capital of a formerly neutral country is a geographic data point that cannot be dismissed. Fourth, Barakah attribution. Confirmed. The UAE formally accused Iraq-based, Iran-aligned militias of the May 20th drone strike on the perimeter of the Barakah nuclear power plant. The UAE called on Iraq to immediately stop attacks launched from its territory. Baghdad has not responded publicly. This shifts Barakah from an unattributed strike to a declared accountability event. The Gulf Arab states have been the diplomatic backstop, preventing resumed U.S. military action against Iran. If Iraq does not respond, that backstop begins to erode, and with it, one of the last buffers keeping U.S. forces from re-engaging Iran directly. One additional note on the Red Sea. No confirmed Houthi strike was reported in this 24-hour window. Whether that reflects coordinated Iranian signaling during peak diplomatic pressure is an early assessment only, not confirmed. Here is what to watch next. Iran's formal answer to the U.S. diplomatic proposal is the tripwire. Watch for it. Watch Hormuz for any vessel refusal or IRGC intercept attempt. Watch Lebanon for a major escalation or Israeli ground push. Watch Iraq for any response to the UAE's accusation. And watch U.S. force posture orders. Any stand down or surge will telegraph the next 48 hours. That's your War Brief Daily for May 23rd.